כלל והעיקר והעיקר לא לפחד כלל.
Happy Hanukkah, and thank you for joining us this evening for the Hackney's Menorah lighting ceremony. What a lovely atmosphere, what a lovely celebration. My name is Councillor Shade Eti, and I chair the Faith Forum for London Borough of Hackney, and also the Cabinet Lead for Homelessness and Housing Needs with Rough Sleeping. I will be your host for this evening, so you will see more of me from time to time. But mind you, you won't get fed up of me. It's a wonderful way to open the event with the lovely music from Simon Max Jewish Primary School, and also to say a big thank you to Miles the Cruz on piano. Can we please give him a round of applause? I am delighted to introduce the Mayor of Hackney, Mayor Philip Glanville, who is here to give us a welcome speech. Mayor Glanville, please.
Thank you. Not surprisingly, my speech opens with, I'm delighted to welcome you to the Town Hall Square. We are not able to do that this evening because of the weather, but it does mean that we have another first of having our first indoor Hanukkah event here at Hackney Town Hall. And I think this space really is truly special for Hanukkah. When I became mayor 6 years ago, I was really shocked to find out that while boroughs around us celebrated Hanukkah in a civic way and had a menorah either in one of their public squares or parks, that was not something that we did here in Hackney. And I was really pleased that the council supported my idea of restoring a civic space for all of our diverse Jewish communities to come together at this special time of year and light the menorah candle together. Over the next 8 nights, the menorah lights will automatically light up one per night, a reminder that light is in our hands to dispel darkness and illuminate our streets and public buildings. I think it is a universal message, not just for our Jewish community, but all our residents that we can draw inspiration from. And I think now more than ever, while we have lit the darkness and moved on somewhat from the COVID crisis, as Councillor Eti said, the challenges that our residents face around the cost of living crisis, around the rise of hatred around us, we need that light in the darkness more than ever. And so many of you in this room are part of that response. And so, welcome to the Hackney Town Hall tonight. When you come past the menorah over the next few nights, see it lit up, sharing that sense of solidarity with our Jewish communities. And I'm very pleased and proud to hand over to Rabbi Herschel Gluck, who will give us, I think, a blessing this evening, and I know is a stalwart fighter against hate and darkness, not just here in Hackney, but way beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Glanville. Thank you, Councillor Eti. It's great to see so many people here this evening. And even though outside it's cold and wet, in here it's warm and happy. So we have the Hanukkah spirit of overcoming the odds, of battling against the elements and overcoming the difficulties that one is faced with. Hanukkah is in the middle of the winter. And in the middle of the winter, one can get the blues. One can get depressed. And the answer is that we should know that we can not only not be affected by the negative external elements, but we can change the course of action. We can change the direction of travel. And tonight, we light one light. Because very often, we think that to light eight lights immediately is beyond us. And we think that one light has no value. Hanukkah teaches us that when we light one light, that sets us on the route to light 2 lights the second night, and 3 lights the third night, till we light the ultimate amount of lights, 8 lights at the end of Hanukkah, and that sees us through till next year Hanukkah. Hackney is a place which is well known for welcoming people in from the cold. Not just the physical cold, but also the social cold. Hackney has a great history of being a welcoming place for dissenters, for Huguenots, for Jews, for people of all different backgrounds who were discriminated against. Hackney has always been a beacon of light to welcome all different types of people with warmth and happiness, which is very much the spirit of Hanukkah. In 1945, there was a group of Holocaust survivors, young men who were called the 45 Boys. I had the pleasure of knowing them and watching how they lived in Hackney and raised great families in this borough. And I used to give Torah classes to these boys. They weren't boys anymore, they were old enough to be my parents, but they asked me to give Torah classes, and every week I gave them classes. And they told me a Hanukkah story, that when they were in a concentration camp, not a very pleasant place to be, I'm English, I use understatement, that when it came Hanukkah, they gathered fat from their very meager rations, and they lit the Hanukkah Menorah in 1944. After years of suffering, they still lit the Menorah in the concentration camp. And all the Jews in the camp came around, in the barrack, came around this lamp, and one person didn't come around. And the SS officer came in and said to this one person, "Why don't you participate?" In other words, that the Hanukkah light had an effect, that even a person who up till then had been a tormentor of the Jews, he suddenly realized that Jews have this ability to bring light into darkness, even into the heart of darkness of the Holocaust. And that is the basic lesson of Hanukkah, that we can all bring light even into situations, even into circumstances, which seem to be the very opposite of light. And it also teaches us that when we have meager resources, and we don't see any way out of being able to change that situation, that God enables us to use the meager resources and that they should grow and develop further. As long as there is something We can build on what we have. And of course, the lesson of Hanukkah is that we light the menorah in the home facing outside. There are too many people in the world who are lacking in light and heat and love. And what we have to do is that we should know that however bad things are with us, we have the power to bring light into the life of others, to bring warmth into the life of others, to bring love into the life of others. And in Hackney, there are many people who need a good word, who need a smile, who need help, material help, spiritual help, knowing that they are honored and appreciated for the light of God that is inherent within each and every one of us. And therefore, it's a great pleasure, and I want to thank everyone who was involved in organizing this event in the heart of Hackney, in the Town Hall of Hackney, especially Lucy, Mrs. Angel, the mayor, Councillor Etty. I don't want to say names because then but every single person who was involved and every single person who is here on the first night of Hanukkah. Tonight is a beginning. It's a beginning of change. It's a beginning of a better future. Like the mayor mentioned in his speech, all of us are under the trauma of COVID. We're under the trauma of the war in Ukraine. We're under the trauma of the refugee crisis. We're under the trauma of the cost of living crisis. And tonight we are here to say, we can bring light into the world. We can change the world. We can make a better world, a warmer world, and it all starts with one good action, with one light. Happy Hanukkah.
I'm sure you all agree with me that was a very powerful speech from Rabbi Glock. Rabbi Glock, thank you so much for the powerful speech that you've made tonight. And there is no doubt, one light for the next 8 days. He has said it all. It's not only about the light. The light signifies a lot in terms of hope, change, love, and whatever the circumstances that we're going through, whatever the policies that is affecting us, we must beckon on that light. And at the end of the light will see us through until next year in all that we do in our various homes. And we must not forget, like he rightly said, there are people who are in need in our midst. Whatever, whichever, however, we can reach out to those that are in need in our midst, let us do so. Let us bear in mind, nothing is too small. Whatever you think might be small, might be something of great value to somebody else. That is why we are here. Happy Hanukkah, everyone, and thank you so much, Rabbi Glock, for that wonderful, powerful speech. Thank you very much. Moving on quickly, I'd like to call on Deputy Mayor, Councillor Antoinette Bramble, to give us a full speech before I call on the Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
So my name is Councillor Antoinette Bramble. I'm the Deputy Mayor of the London Borough of Hackney, and it's fantastic to see this place filled with people. One of the responsibilities I have been given by the Mayor is, as his deputy, to take care of Hackney Face Forum, and I want to thank Councillor Ette for chairing that board. And I think Hackney is quite unique in that I think nowadays you have to be quite bold and courageous to talk about faith. And Hackney has done that. And we're not just talking about faith, we're talking about all faiths together. And you talked about Hackney being a place for everyone. It's a place that people have no faith, and it has people for faith. And Rabbi Glock, you talked about Hanukkah being in winter, but it's the perfect time for it to happen. It's when it's cold, when it's dark, and everything feels quite overwhelming. And I think the thing that I think about Hanukkah, when you light the candle every day, it's that 24-hour reminder that when you lay your head at night, that night, there's always going to be light in the morning. It doesn't mean that everything goes away. We know that. I saw some of the children nodding. Doesn't mean if someone upset you at school yesterday, you might still feel a little bit upset the next day, but you feel less upset. What light does, it gives you the courage and also sends a reminder about hope. Hope in the heart of Hackney, hope in the heart of our communities, hope in one another. And that's what Hanukkah symbolizes. And the joy of Hanukkah is that everyone gets to celebrate that alongside our Jewish community. So I just want to say again, welcome to the Town Hall if you haven't been. If you're back, welcome back and enjoy this time. Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
May I quickly call on Councillor Anya Caesar, the Deputy Speaker for London Borough of Hackney.
It's very hard to follow Rabbi Gluck with the incredible words that he said. He moves me to tears every time he speaks, so thank you so much for your words. Thank you, Mayor Glanville, and welcome to all our residents here today who have braved the very cold and very wet weather to come together and celebrate the beginning of Hanukkah. Before I go on, I'd like to let you know that the Speaker of Hackney, Councillor Menorah Garcia, was originally meant to be here, but sadly she is unwell today. The Speaker sends her apologies and wishes everyone a happy Hanukkah, and she sent me a specific text to say please eat a donut on her behalf. We pride ourselves on being an inclusive borough, and today is another fantastic example of the incredible community that we have here in Hackney. As we take stock of the last year, this is a moment to pause and reflect on what has been accomplished and the community spirit that we certainly have in Hackney. On behalf of Hackney Council, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Rabbi Gluck, OBE, for his commitment to promoting harmony in our borough and beyond with his international humanitarian work. So if we can give one more round of applause, thank you so much for all you do. As ever, Rabbi Gluck has done an amazing job of representing and speaking out on behalf of the Haredi Jewish community and helping to dispel misinformation and to spread awareness about vaccine uptake. We are proud to have him as a valuable member of our community, and we look forward to his forthcoming blessing and words of wisdom. And I want to thank the fantastic Simon Marks Jewish Primary School Choir, accompanied by Miles de Cruz, for their beautiful renditions, some of which are yet to be performed. Thanks also Ruth Angel for her valuable support in making this event happen, and to Goldstein's Catering for the refreshments they have prepared for us all in the Town Hall. Thank you. I'd also like to say a big thank you to all our volunteers and event crew here tonight who have generously given their time and energy to make it possible for us to share this special moment together. Finally, I would like to thank all of you, our residents of Hackney, that are here despite the cold and wet, and all those watching on the live stream from home for showing that Hackney's amazing community spirit will always prevail. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, Councillor Anya Caesar. Now, another moment we're waiting for. Let's give it up for Simon Marks Jewish Primary School Choir. The floor is yours.
Sevivon, sof, 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 Hanukkah, oh Hatov, Hanukkah, oh Hatov, Sevivon, sof, 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 Chag Simcha, Hula Am, Nes Gadol Hayasham, Nes Gadol
Please join in if you get the idea after a while.
Thank you very much. Can we all, in the spirit of Hanukkah, that song, the chorus is so beautiful, and I think it will be good for us to sing that chorus together with the children. Can you?
Fantastic.
Can you let's
So
give it a
if
try
you
out.
don't know the words or you can't remember the words, then just do it to Nai. We have a tradition of Nigan, which is that you sing without words, and if you need to do na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai 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 na nai nai nai. There's only one problem, and that is that I can't hear any of you. And I'm sure you didn't come here in the pouring rain to sit still. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Na nine. Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, Leolam Va'ed. Tried.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this lovely Hanukkah festival. It's not over yet because we have lovely refreshments from Goldstein Catering. We have the choir still here, so we'll continue to have fun until, so please feel free, eat as much as you can, And I've just been corrected, and I pronounced my colleague's name wrongly, Councillor Anya Sizer. I learned I didn't correct it rightly. My apologies for that, and I hope I did pronounce it rightly now. So once again, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays. Thank you.